Today we're going to do the first part of our Scottish landscape drawing. This is the image that I have chosen. As you can see, we've got a house in perspective, a path, and lots of nice colourful trees. Today we're just going to do the first stage of our drawing, which is the pencil sketch, and then we will add colour next week. So all you need is a regular pencil for this part. If you have a piece of A4 paper, you're going to fold that in half to make it A5. This is just because coloured pencils work much better on a smaller scale, so that we're not trying to cover a really large area. They can become quite scribbly when you're trying to do that. Now I'm ready to begin. I'm going to start by drawing in my horizon line. So this is wherever your ground meets the sky. Next, sketch in the largest shapes in your landscape. So for me, this is going to be the road and the house. So of course my road is going to be wider at the front and becomes narrower as it recedes into the distance. We've done this lots of times now. I've also got a little path going off to the side there. Make sure any man-made structures that are in your landscape are drawn in perspective, so whether it is a house, a fence or a bridge or something like that. You may also want to use a ruler or something with a straight edge to help you do this. Now I'm going to move on and put any shapes in the background. So for me, that is just this sort of mound of the upturned tree. You might have some hills in your background, mountains, maybe clouds in the sky. Next, I'm doing the foreground objects. So these are the things that are closer to me. In my landscape, that is a couple of trees near the front. You might have a fence, some rocks, whatever it is you have in your landscape, which is going to be in the foreground. And of course, the objects in the foreground are going to be larger to create a feeling of perspective. Now I'm just going to keep going, adding in any smaller shapes that I can see. So for me, that is the different tree branches. A lot of my trees are covered by the leaves, so I'm only drawing in the little bits of the branches that are peeking through, so only the parts that I can see, because I'm going to add all of that foliage, so the leaves and the grass and things like that, next week when I do the coloured pencil part. So I'm only putting in the branches for just now. And to finish off, I'm just going to add some of these smaller shapes onto the end of my house. So that is my pencil sketch complete, ready to add the coloured pencil next week. So don't worry if you don't have coloured pencils next week. I will also show you an option of how you can add the textures and tone using your regular pencil too.